Well, good evening. Welcome to Rebel Racing Network. I am Eddie Smith, and we are here to crown the champion in the Syndicate Cup Series. It's been a long season, and finally here at Phoenix to call it a season and crown a champion. It's been a pretty dang good season, really competitive. We've seen a lot of different winners, um, and a lot of them are in the top four still. So we'll go ahead and talk about that. They are labeled up at the top. You'll see them in the ticker up there with green text, but we'll pull this up right here. Number 1, that is Daniel Cunningham in the 54 machine. 31, Jonah Colbert. Steve Loving in the 27, and the 13 of Garrett Kinder are your final four. Pretty deserving, I'd say, as this season has been. Season's been really good for them. Kind of go back and through and see while we're waiting on qualifying to finish. As Daniel Cunningham has the most points, has had the best overall season. A couple guys having to miss a race, but just a pretty solid season for him. 2 wins. Jonah Colbert with 6 wins. Garrett Kinder with 4, and Steve Loving still looking for that first win, but tonight be a good night to do that. Be able to get the championship and his first win all in one night. A little low on car count tonight, always. When it comes to playoff driving, playoff racing, everybody kind of falls off once the playoffs hit. As they drop off out of the playoffs, they pretty much call it quits until next season. So, not a surprise there. Always seems to happen, but we still got a pretty good field and ready to crown a champion. 200 laps tonight because God has abandoned us. And so it's going to be a long one. Hopefully, with the small field, we don't have that many cautions. Last week was pretty tough at Texas, with it being so loose, and but able to get that thing done, and finally made it to Phoenix. As far as your grid goes, it is Jonah Colbert, Chuck Pegleg Pole Award win. Daniel Cunningham starting second. Steve Loving and Garrett Kinder starting fourth. Your top four going to start up front. You got Chuck Phelps, Cameron Combs, Aaron Adcock, Brandon Wallace, Greg Froelich, Jamie Mullins, and Eric Burkhalter. Phoenix, you'll see the pace car is off down pit road, but they actually don't go green until they get through this corner up here. The Instacart sign is about where the restart zone is. The start-finish line is not until after this turn, after the redesign of Phoenix. And we're just waiting on it here. And there it is, green flag finally out. You'll see the open dog leg as a couple drivers go ahead and head down there. I've been told, with it being a night race, very tight setup. So guys are going to be dealing with that all race long as we watch Garrett Kinder try to go 3 wide there as championship leaders go ahead and take up the top 4 spots. Cameron Combs, though, looking to maybe make a little bit of noise up front. I can't tell if I like the dog leg. I really liked old Phoenix, but I think it's cool. I think it's always cool to have interesting tracks with little quirks to them that keeps the schedule interesting and everything not being the same. So, not sure if I care too much about it, but yeah, it's interesting. So, you'll see a lot of guys making up a lot of time. That dog leg, you cut a lot of time off the track. The only problem is if you're on the outside, it can be pretty scary because you just don't know where that guy's going to be, and he doesn't have to go down to the dog leg apron. So you got to know who you're racing. He's doing it a couple times. You got to make sure you don't make any contact. But so far, so good as we are 3 laps in to 200 laps for some reason. Garrett Kinder had all but made that pass on Daniel Cunningham. Daniel fighting back here on the inside. This may be the last time all the cars are together, so let's go ahead and do a sort of a crank it up here. I'll be back in about 150 laps. Well, that was quick. Still fighting it out back here for third place. Oh, it looks like somebody's going around. Chuck Feltz sliding down to the inside, and we have a caution on lap 5. As Chuck goes around. Looks like maybe he got just a little bit loose, but let's go back and check it out. A little bit of contact with Brandon Wallace. He's able to save it, keep it off the wall, never touch the thing. So no damage out of him. Got to watch that 99 car. Something ain't right about him. Well, might as well use some of these graphics since I got it while we're under caution. Chuck Pegleg, Pole Award winner, Jonah Colbert in the 31 Ford Mustang. Congratulations to him. Wow. Extremely long cautions here at the very, very start of the race. Not really sure what this is about, but we are still under caution. Going on 3-4 laps now under caution for almost no reason at all. Self-spin that didn't nobody hit the wall. Hopefully we'll get the one to green here. But yeah, just a great season overall, especially Jonah Colbert, who had 6 wins on the season, has really dominated this year. Came out swinging pretty strong and has really not let up the whole season. Had to miss a race, but was still had enough points with the points system the way that it is. Had enough points just to kind of be automatically in the Final Four. But here in the Final Four, it doesn't matter about your points. Doesn't matter how many points you're up. Winner takes all here in the Final Four. So pace car is off. Of course, we've got to wait until we get all the way around. So they'll drive down the back straightaway. I'm not sure. Is this the back straightaway, front stretch? I don't know anymore. It is a straightaway, and they'll go down it until they go down the next corner, where they will have freedom to go whatever they feel like. I would imagine if I'm Jonah, I'm hitting the gas, going straight down to the apron, and cutting the dog leg as soon as possible. That's what he does. Takes a little shortcut down through there as Garrett Kendrick gets to the inside, and Cameron Combs thought about making it 3 wide, but doesn't. kind of makes a better choice. But now Garrett Kinder, Steve Loving fight it out for second place. Loving had pulled away a little bit from Garrett Kinder there. Had a nice little gap. Definitely gets a little bit loose there. Cameron Combs all over the back bumper. Well, 200 laps is a long time. There's plenty of sets of tires. Normally drift has about 5 or 6 sets total. So I would imagine they'll be good to go when it comes to tire. You still want to manage the tires on these runs, expecting some long green flag runs. So regardless, you really got to take care of those things so you don't lose a bunch of spots because they can get out of hand quick. If you burn them up too early and you go on a full, 2 or 3 green flag pit stops, that can be really, really difficult to take care of your slips. Don't want to get too far behind. You can always get those late race cautions. Jonah Colbert stepping away from the field a little bit. About a second ahead of the 27 of Steve Loving. Garrett Kinder right behind him. Cameron Combs in fourth and Daniel Cunningham in fifth. Currently Daniel in that Rowdy Energy Heat Black. We have Cameron is sitting last. Pretty much he came in with the most points in this race, but currently out the back of the championship drivers. He knows it's a long race. He knows he has to make it to the end. We saw last night in the ARC Series, it was all but over. Adam Rigg had the championship won, a late race caution. And Charles Stevens had saved enough tire that he was able to get around Adam and take the championship. So congratulations to Charles Stevens again. That was a lot of fun to watch. It made it really exciting. But that's something to think about. Is all 4 of these drivers can win this race. It's going to be who gets the lucky breaks, who makes the right calls. All of them have put in years of luck, whoever wins, that's for dang sure. Here, Kinder falling in the clutches of Cameron Combs as Steve Loving starting to pull away a little bit. Said this car is going to be extremely tight. That can make it difficult on a long run if you don't keep the right front on the car. But I wouldn't imagine tire wear is going to be that big a deal here in Phoenix, especially at night. We don't really see tires ever being that big of an issue. In some places, it's a lot bigger deal. Still definitely want 4 tires if you can get them during a caution, but you're just not going to go out of your way. Track position is going to be very, very important. So we're still watching this battle between Garrett Kinder, Cameron Combs, Daniel Cunningham. Cameron Combs jumping up on the outside. Daniel Cunningham makes it work. It's going to open the door for Daniel Cunningham. Gets a little bit out of the groove in that turn and actually comes out and pulls a block. Guard that inside, but opens the door for Daniels. As always, for just joining us, the green labels up at the top, that is your championship horn. You'll see that they are 1, 2, 3 for us. No accident for sure. We already talked about the labels. 6 for Jonah, 4 for Garrett, 2 for Daniel Cunningham. Steve looking for that first win, but he's definitely been consistent in every race. talking to Steve, he always talks about how he really just wants to finish in the top 5, be there at the end, tire saving strategies, fuel strategies. He really loves that stuff. So he always making good calls, finds himself at the front. That's why he is in the Final 4. But you know, the way Jonah has been running, I mean, last night just completely dominated. Late race caution kind of erased a insurmountable lead. Well, I would say insurmountable, about a 4-second lead over Derek Kinder, who started in the rear. But outside of that, I mean, Jonah was completely dominant. Late race caution kind of bunched the field up, but looks like tonight is going to continue that trend. Got a great battle with the championship drivers in 3rd place. As Cameron Holmes is kind of falling back from this group a little bit. Track map up, you can see based on car numbers, you can see where everybody is on track as we start to get spread out here. Still watching this battle between championship drivers. I really do. I like this Cup Series a lot. I like the way that it's built. I like the longer races. We got a pass here is Daniel Cunningham. Almost completes the pass on Kinder. He should get it right here as he cuts the dog leg. Actually didn't. He didn't make that good of a run, so Derek Kinder's still going to be there. But anyway, yeah, I like the 50% races. I mean, they run half the lengths of the real NASCAR races. No fast repair, so you have to take care of your car. You cannot get into it with other drivers. You can't be too risky. That's going to be the end of your night. And these cars are just hard to drive. The Gen 6 car is the one before this season. Just I wouldn't say a hard car to drive at all. It's very, very simple. Almost wide open in some tracks. Really just trying to keep the momentum up. Really hard to lose it. Just an aero dependent car, very, very tricky aero dependent. But outside of that, just not that fun to race at the tracks. But this car has really opened up the floodgates for fun, but it has increased the difficulty. We've seen a lot of drivers who really had the number of the Gen 6 car have a little trouble here trying to get this thing ranked up. It just takes a different style of driving. It's a learning curve for sure with independent suspension. Really changes how these cars handle. We saw early in the season a lot of overcorrects into the wall just because of the way the handling is. So the car will break loose and you'll just try to do the normal counter steer and it will just the front tires will catch all of a sudden and send you right to the wall. A lot of guys have figured that out and have been able to avoid that here lately, but it was definitely tough for a while. Daniel Cunningham on the long run, starting to work his way to the back bumper of 27 of Steve Loving. Loving kind of pulled away a little bit, and Daniel was fighting with Kinder, but separated himself and now is running down the 27. inside. He's got the back corner of the 27 machine. Are obviously really, really tight. Going to be looking for a way to get around. You have to do that to get the best run that you can. As they're getting so slow that they're bogging down the engine, so you have to drop down to fourth. The gears are pretty short, so you could probably be okay if you didn't shift, but just giving you that extra little bit of torque could be the difference, especially when you're trying to make a pass like the 4 is. Looks like he's going to look down to the inside, has position on Steve to see if he can hold it off the corner here. It's going to be tough. Cut right down to the apron, try to cut as much of that as he can. As Greg Kronick apparently has crashed. He is slow on the apron there. Green, we stay green. We go back up to this battle. Daniel able to complete that pass. Smooth racing there by the 54. Just took his time, and now we're 36 laps into this run. He is in second place. Now, he's got a long way to go, if you can't tell by the map, to run down the 31. Let's actually go on board with 31 and see what he's doing, man. Possible. Shifting up the fifth. Getting down to the bottom. Gonna let it drift up a little bit in the corner and drive back down the bottom. That speed up as much as possible. Gets lapping faster than Daniel Cunningham, who is lapping about 2 tenths faster than the field. So Jonah about 3 tenths faster than the field. If we can try to go, let's go to Steve Loving's on board and see maybe where the difference is in the lines. We got a long way to go. We got to find something to talk about, find something to break down. A little bit higher entry. Steve is taking. Safer. I think it might be just a little bit slower, but definitely a safer line as he decides not even to shift right there. Good 1 2. Yeah, you just see where Jonah's making up so much time driving. It's so deep down into the corner in turn 2. Just having so much speed going into the corner, able to get slowed up. You see, he's not even shifting to fifth. Driving right down to the bottom, letting the car go as slow as possible. He's coming out low. He's like going all the way out to the wall, immediately turning down on the apron, cutting the track, making it as short as possible. See how he just attacks that corner. There's so much speed in doing that. You can do it lap after lap. Theory right now as he is some 7 seconds ahead of Daniel Cunningham. Check in with fourth place. Eric Hinder has run down Steve Loving. very similar lap times. Hit her about a tenth faster there. Nice run there. Off of turn 3 and 4. Take a high arc into the corner to try to get a better run off. Steve's superior straight line off the corner able to get the run here. Kendra has been extremely fast right here. Run on the corner, kind of stalls out. Oh, and Steve Loving gets on the brakes a little bit harder than normal. Been following for 2 laps, and that was a very odd braking point. Maybe been trying to get in a little bit too deep into turn 3 and 4, trying to back it up just a little bit. As Kendra put a lot of pressure on him, almost catches Kendra off guard. Spilled trouble. We'll go check in on Aaron Adcock and Cameron Combs as they are running 6th and 7th. Aaron been started in 7th, hasn't really been able to make up any ground just yet until right now, and takes over the 6th spot with relative ease in that very, very pretty Rebel Racing Network Chevy Camaro. Big fan. Apex on the hood. It's like Steve Loving, Cameron Combs coming down pit road. So pits are opened up. Guys going to make this a 3-stop race. But yeah, really, really enjoyed coming on board with Apex. Aaron's Truck Series on Thursday night has been a real, real blast. Got something special coming up for you. If you're watching, if you know about Apex, got something special coming up Thursday night for a throwback weekend. So if you don't plan on racing, if you're not in Apex, come out and watch it. It should be a lot of fun. We're going to have a good time with it. But appreciate his support, and definitely appreciate the opportunity to broadcast that league. It is a lot of fun. So got a lot of people on pit road, though. Got to talk about this race. As Chuck Felt's coming down pit road, decides to come on in and get 4 tires and fuel. Now I'll be interested to see what the lap time differentials are from new tires to old tires. So we'll see. Jonah was running at 29.1. This lap may be a little bit different. Best lap is a 27.93, so yeah, definitely about a 1.5 second difference that new tires have. So Steve Loving trying to do the undercut here and make up a little bit of time on track with these brand new fresh tires. Got plenty of clear racetrack out in front of him, so should be able to lay down some heaters here to try to make up some time. on the leaders. Loving currently 1 lap down as he pits and goes a lap down. Now we got Eric Burkhalter coming down pit road in that 71 Cooper's Country Meat Packers. That is a stretch logo on the side if I've ever seen one. I mean, he really been trying to get that. I mean, the sponsor paid top dollar for that space, and he is making sure they're getting all of it as he comes down to get 4 tires and fuel. Invisible Jackman jacks up the right side, but we check in on the leader, Jonah, with a healthy 10-second lead over second place Daniel Cunningham. You know, I would imagine a lot of these tracks you can go quite a bit on fuel. So I would imagine 60, 70 laps on fuel is what you can do. And with a lead like he's got, there's really no reason to come down early if you don't have to. Only going to screw you up, get caught a lap down. With a lead like he's got, you really just kind of have to stay out there, take advantage of that as much as possible. And come out at the last second. Even if Steve Loving were to make up enough time to take over the leader, get close when he comes out, he'll have 15 to 20 lap fresher tires. Won't be any match, so he is definitely making the right call. But it definitely seems like the cars are going really, really slow around here. I don't know if it's the camera angle or just how tight the car is, but it seems like everything is, especially on old tires, you're just coming to a complete stop, it feels like. All the way down to 105 miles an hour in the middle of the corner of 1 and 2 there. Let's see what he does down in, 97 miles an hour is what he clocked there, trying to get through that corner. So the car is just so tight, they're not carrying hardly any speed at all, which is why you see the big spread. You wonder, why is everybody so spread out? I go watch one race and everybody's on top of each other, and then watch another race and they're all spread out. And Jonah Colbert does come down pit road now. Don't want to speed if you're Jonah. There's no need to take any extra risks. But yeah, whenever you have a track where it's so important to get on the gas at the right time and be consistent, that's why you see the separation. The drivers who can really drive off throttle know how to be smart and not push the car harder than it needs to go, not lose any speed. Cars like that is exactly what you have to do. And so you see a lot of separation. It's easy to lose a 10th or gain a 10th in almost no time. So Aaron Adcock going to take over the lead. Still waiting to make his pit stop, but he's going to get out there and lead a lap. Get that Rebel Racing Network on car on camera, that Apex Sim Racing. Check, let's see how slow Aaron's having to crawl through here. Yeah, he is down to 95 miles an hour, just like Jonah. I mean, that is slow for a track like this. Another driver who has yet to make a pit stop, but no surprise, is Brandon Wallace. He came in on lap 6, so he can go 6 laps further than Aaron Adcock can. So he'll stay out as long as he possibly can. Kind of his MO. He pretty much does this every race, stretching the car as long as he can. He's definitely won some races on fuel mileage, having more fuel than the next guy, as Aaron Adcock finally comes down pit road, and Joel sets the fastest lap of the race here on lap 64 as he is scooting. Here for fifth or fourth. It won't be a battle for long though. Daniel Cunningham, 10-lap fresher tires, and Cameron Combs takes that position without much trouble at all. And see Garrett Kenny about 2.5 seconds behind him. Charles Stevens in chat says that the Rebel Racing Network car is the paint of the night, and you know what? Look, if you're gonna pull my leg, or not pull my leg, but I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. If you're gonna make me do it, I guess I'll have to give him the best paint of the night. Smil Race Design best paint. Gonna go to that 23 car. Playing to the judge, man. That's what you got to do. Currently running in the 8th position. Greg Froenig there. He is a couple laps down behind him. Oh, Eric Burkhalter hitting the wall. What in the world? That was a weird deal there. Didn't even get a incident shown. Let's go back and see what happened to him. Comes off the corner, get a push real tight off the corner, pushes the gas to try to keep it off the wall. And there you see it, that independent suspension giving him the finger. And that car is going to be hurt. That right front that was a hard hit there. Let's see him around pit road. He's going to come down and get a few repairs on that ripcord chassis number 71. Brandon Wallace still in the lead. Staying out as long as he possibly can. You'll see Jonah Colbert in the distance there. He's about 3.3 seconds behind Brandon. And now Brandon going to surrender the lead here on lap 70 and come down and finally make his pit stop. So give the lead back over to Jonah. He will now have a 10-second lead over Steve Loving. And will very, very soon be Daniel Cunningham, as Daniel has run the 27 down. I don't know if 27 got a little bit of the wall there or what, but you know, Daniel doing a great job. If it wasn't for Jonah in the race, I'd say Daniel is having the drive of the night. He's been able to pass cars, be patient, and take care of his stuff. But, man, I tell you what, Jonah is just on a whole another level. Check in on Peg Leg. That car, we saw him spinning there early. Brought up that caution on lap 5, but car looking good now. The 99s on fresh tires should be running him down pretty quickly. Hopefully Brandon will go around him and not through him like last time. But, Chuck having a decent run here. Got another pass. So Garrett kind of blinks out there, but he goes around Steve, and that's the danger of hitting as early as Steve did. You make up some time, but here he's going to give it up. It looks like he got in the wall since we last saw him. back and see if we can maybe see when that happened. As we are watching the 27C when he got a little bit of damage, because Garrett Kinder. Not real sure, but you can definitely see there's some damage to that 27 car, and it is most definitely hurting him quite a bit. As he definitely was pushing the car pretty hard there. So not really sure what happened. I don't have a an incident that says he even hit anything, so it must have stuck under the radar there. Sixth place, Cameron Combs. Well, I can tell you one thing. If I had a few laps to go with the white circuit, I mean, I would put every bit of my money on Cameron Combs. He is, man, he is a wheel man. Long run has never been his forte. But you give him 2 or 3 laps to make something happen, and I would be definitely afraid if he got a late race caution. Cameron would be somebody I'd be worried about. Oh, Steve Loving coming down pit road. Not a good sign for one of our championship drivers making an early pit. He last pitted on lap, I believe lap 50. He came down on pit road, so this was 28 laps. We saw the damage that he received, and it definitely seemed like it was affecting him quite a bit. And he is out. So Steve Loving calling it quits already. That's going to be his race. And so we've already gotten 1 championship driver down. That leaves us with 3, Jonah Colbert, Daniel Cunningham, and Garrett Kinder. So 4 guys entered, 3 remain. Yeah, Steve definitely giving it all he had. Got a little brush with the wall, looks like. And that's going to end his night. Takes it to the garage. And we'll try again next season. And you might be thinking, well, it looks like the 31 is going to win with no issue at all. It's over. Might as well hand him the trophy. But, man, it is not always that easy. That's why we have lap totals and we race to it. It is going to be a marathon. So you're going to have at least 3 pit stops under green. So many things can happen. You got to hit your marks every time. You know, racing has so many disciplines, and they all can happen. Sometimes you don't get to exercise them. Sometimes you know, the skill of being able to navigate restarts, how you get good restarts, make passes early on drivers, take positions, manage your race. You know, how much do I need to push here to get these couple positions? Is that going to make a difference later on? You know, if you have a lot of cautions, those are the skills that matter. But as you get these long green flag runs, you know, that's a completely different skill, and you have to manage that. You have to make sure that you don't push too hard, get into the wall if you're Jonah. We already saw what happened with Steve. You get into the wall, that could be it for you. So, you know, you fall asleep at the wheel, you get out there and nobody's around, you're 11-second lead, and you lose focus for just a second. That could be it for your race. I've had that happen. Been out in the lead at Darlington, had a big, huge lead in the Xfinity Series, and just hit the wall. Didn't need to hit the wall, but it just happened, and it cost me the win. So it's possible. It happens so much. So it's just another skill that you have to have, managing a long run, managing your car. So Charles Stevens says, not over till the fat lady sings, he knows. That's absolutely right. But looking good, though, if you're 31. If you're fans of 31, he had 12 seconds. Daniel Cunningham, his teammate. Right in front of him is Eric Burkhalter. Everybody pretty much spread out here over the track. Not too many drivers close by. These are the closest drivers right here. Aaron Acker's getting really, really high in turn 2 there. Aaron Adcock trying to find his way up into 4th place, man. He's having a great run. Oh, and caution is out for Cameron Combs, who crashes and goes around. So caution is out here on lap 92. And that's going to bunch them all back up. Looks like the 15 of Cameron Combs goes around. Jonah Colbert coming down pit road. He will definitely be able to get his stop, get out with the lead without any issue. Let's go back and see what happened to Cameron. Just gets a little bit loose off the turn 4. Nose dives into the inside wall and immediately hops out. And tough break for him. What is the point spread? There is no point spread for the top 4. You'll see those green names at the top. Jonah Colbert, Daniel Cunningham, Garrett Kinder. Steve Loving is out. So he is out of the championship. But whoever finishes ahead, whoever finishes ahead of the others in those 3 that are left is going to be your champion. So they don't have to win the race, but just have to finish ahead of the other 2. Well, our second caution of the night on lap 95, so not quite halfway, so we still got 105 laps to go. Hopefully all green flag laps. Still another pit stop that they'll have to make. Pace car going to come off, and Jonah, Garrett, and Daniel Cunningham, your top three. Like Daniel may have sat in the pits for a little bit longer, trying to get some damage fix or something. Not quite sure, but you're back under green. It's a nice start. Battle will be for second place. These two trying to figure out who has got what it takes to run Jonah down. Is I don't know, man. To Jonah, whenever he stays away from iRacing, he hasn't been doing too much racing. Took a week off to go to Texas, but like he takes time off, comes back stronger, man. On the entry there. That was a little bit scary as we watch him try to run down Jonah here. able to maintain so far. Sails the front end off of that turn. Soon as you say something about him, he kind of sailed the front end off the corner. Be careful with that. Lost about 2/10 there. Just, it's when you're going this slow and how tight these cars are, you just have to be so patient. You try to pick up the throttle just a little bit. Garrett trying all that he can to run down to 31. And when he got on the gas, he just sailed the front end towards the wall, just a tight condition off the corner. He has to lift just to make sure he doesn't get into the wall. So, man, it's just on the bleeding edge here, trying to get as much speed as possible. You see he's going to try to compensate by running it high and trying to get a low exit. It's just not going to be that fast. Actually exiting a little bit too soon, I would say. So he's having a really good 3 and 4, but 1 and 2, just Jonah just definitely seems to be a little bit better. Jonah's doing that line where he drives down. See how Jonah drives all the way down to the yellow line. Oh, and Kinder has a big bobble there as Daniel Cunningham is going to get a nice little run here. Be able to catch him. But you see Jonah just driving right down to that yellow line in 3 and 4. And Garrett trying to enter in high and come off low, but it's just not working out. And right there almost has a... spin getting into the corner. All right, lap 114 of 285 laps to go in this championship race. We've seen Jonah Colbert in the 31 machine, dominant all season, and has been dominant tonight. Garrett Kinder, who had equally as good of a season, especially here at the back end. running in second, Daniel Cunningham in third. So 1, 2, 3 for championship drivers. Steve Loving exited a little bit early. He is out of it. So that's your update on championship drivers. You'll see the green at the top. That indicates your top 4. You'll see that, like I said, the top 3 are championship drivers. Loving in 11th. He is out of this one. But caution, no caution, doesn't seem to matter. It just doesn't like anybody has anything for Jonah, as he is setting a pace that nobody else can really do anything with. I mean, he is 2/10 faster than anybody else in the field. So just a dominant performance so far. It doesn't like it's going to change. I don't think, with fixed setups, you really have what you have, and I don't think at this point you haven't figured out what you're missing. I don't think you can. If you're Garrett Kinder, Daniel Cunningham, you're trying to maybe figure out what Jonah's doing, and this was your chance to do it. And we saw Garrett hold on for a little bit, but definitely having to run his car a little bit harder than he'd like to try to keep up with Jonah. Man, it is just a tough deal. So watch Aaron Adcock trying to make it back into the 4th position. He's been having a good run, slowly making his way back up into the top 5 every run that we've had in that Smil Racing Design 23 Rebel Racing Network Apex Sim Racing Chevy Camaro. Looking to take back that 4th spot. Aaron elected not to shift, which is interesting. I've seen pretty much everybody shift. He definitely shifted right there. So it drives down to the bottom. Now he's elected to stay in 5th gear all the way around. Choice. I mean, I'm fairly certain it's a little bit slower, but it does allow for you to be a little bit safer on throttle. Shifting and stuff can be pretty dangerous, especially we've seen guys shifting as they're down on the apron, cutting the dog leg, and that can just be pretty sketchy. So it's on the gas just a little bit too soon. That's going to hurt him right here. Try to cut down, cover some of that speed. We are coming to lap 125 of 200. Still a long way to go. Still another pit stop to be made. 2 cautions that we've had have been kind of weird and odd. Just first when Brandon Wallace and Chuck get together. And the second win on lap 95. Collins spins off of turn 2. Adcock getting tight off turn 2. You can see a little bit of crinkle on that right front, so it looks like he's made contact with somebody or the wall at some point. Like Daniel Cunningham was going to start running down Garrett Kinder, but Kinder actually lapping just as fast as the leader the last few laps. So he is, well, except for right there where he was 3/10 slower than our leader, Jonah Colbert. As he drives it down in the corner, always going to hit the wall. And what happened there is he just overdrove the entry and wasn't able to get the car rolled up, and nice little knock on the right side, and that's not going to help. It can only hurt. It may not hurt him, but definitely not going to help him at all doing that. So, but you can definitely tell he is giving it all he's got. Try to run down this 31 machine. The speed is definitely not hurt on the 13 as he does almost match Jonah Colbert's line. Jonah's still just a little bit faster, but good to see that that damage didn't hurt him at all. So still have a green flag pit stop coming up. I would imagine right around lap 150 we'll see folks make their way down pit road. Jonah with that lead pretty much can pit. I mean, he's not that far out with a 4-second lead. By the time they get to lap 150, if he continues the trend of being about 2/10 faster than everybody else, by the time they get to lap 150, he pretty much can do whatever he wants as far as pitting and will still retain the lead. You're not going to make up 5 or 6, 7, 8 seconds on pit road, so he just has to be prepared for it, get ready knowing when he's going to pit, make the call, come down pit road, get his tires, don't speed, don't slide through your pit box, and he'll be good to go. As it goes around Chuck Phelps. Chuck Phelps going down 2 laps. As Aaron Adcock takes over the 4th position. Makes a pass here. See if we can go back and watch this, see what happened. Got a little bit loose there, and Aaron just flies on by, so. Move Aaron up to 4th, and he is not that far away from Daniel Cunningham and Garrett Kinder. Just a second and a half back from Daniel. Slowly eating into this lead. He just ever so slightly hit the last lap. Dead even the lap before, and then about a 10th and a half before that. So the tires starting to fall off for Garrett Kinder and come to life for Daniel Cunningham, which we saw that in the first run, so it's not too surprising. Definitely Garrett trying to keep pace with Jonah on that restart. Garrett Kinder with a bobble there. He gets loose, and he's going to tag the wall. So Garrett just out there wheeling this car. Don't know if he's got sort of a handling issue, maybe with the contact of that wall, but that brings Daniel Cunningham right to the back bumper of the 13 machine. Right in front of them, we see almost 3/10 faster Daniel was that last lap. We'll watch this lap scene too. Another 2/10, so that was a really bad couple of laps for Garrett. Cunningham takes over second place. Saw Garrett get really loose off of turn number 2. And Daniel able to get a huge run down to the next corner. So 13 starting to slide just a little bit. Cody Kinder says, sometimes you got to drive it like you stole it. Well, if I stole a car, I would be driving in circles, I can tell you that. They're going to catch you. Well, Daniel successfully gets back to second place. Now he's got to make up 7 seconds. He's got, Kinder gets really loose again off the corner. And here comes Aaron Adcock, ready to take advantage of it. Kinder has wore that car out, trying to get up there and win this championship. And definitely looks like these tires are shot. He is ready to get down pit road, and that's exactly what he's doing. He comes down pit road. And Aaron Adcock going to jump the gun with him. Hopefully they don't speed. They both check it up. Looks like they got woed down enough. Hopefully no speeding penalties. They're being real ginger here on the speed limit, I see. So hopefully no speeding issues. We'll see if Garrett decides to. He's running down in through the pit stalls. We'll see if he's got any damage he needs to get fixed. Jonah Colbert gives up the lead and comes down pit road. Yeah, I don't know what you do here. There's just no strategy call that trumps 7 seconds. I mean, Daniel Cunningham would have to stay out 15 laps or so and hope for a caution and have the lead. I mean, it might be worth a shot just to see if you can get that lead, maybe somehow get some advantage. But you know, if you play that card and you play that strategy, you're going to lose a spot to Garrett Kinder and maybe even Aaron Adcock. So it's a dice roll. I mean, you either try to finish second which, you know, unless Jonah has some sort of issue, which he does not, he comes out with a really quick pit stop. Just roll the dice here. See if you can get you a yellow flag here, as everybody is a lap down, so he is the only car on the lead lap. So if he can stay out as long as he can, make a dice roll. If he can get a caution, you know, before Jonah gets to him, man, he would be in a great position. So he is definitely praying to the caution gods. Where's Ratchet Miller when we need him? And but nope, decides to come on down pit road, and oh, he's getting in hot too. Wow. Does get down to speed, 45 miles an hour. Yeah, I don't know. I think if you do, if you follow the leader, you'll just keep doing it. I think you gotta try something different. I'm surprised he didn't try to stay out a little bit longer, but he may have. He may be to the end of that cycle anyway. He may not have any more fuel, so. That will give the lead back to Jonah as he makes up his lap and now is back up in the lead, has a 7.8 seconds over Garrett Kinder, as Garrett Kinder takes over the second place, and Daniel staying out those extra few laps is going to fall all the way back to fourth place. 4 laps difference. He goes from second to 4, so he, on this last little bit of run, should have plenty. I mean, he's shown the long run speed. As long as he keeps doing what he's been doing, he probably will run him back down, but just staying out that extra little bit. But all good for the 31 machine. Comes out, has a really, really good pit stop. Not the fastest, but definitely didn't need to be. And so he is 50 laps away from capping off this season. Fantastic season for him and JC Motorsports. And 50 laps away from a championship. So didn't really know what we were going to see this season in the Cup Series. It looked like, got a little bit nervous at the beginning of the season. It looked like we were going to be full throttle everywhere. Talladega, Daytona, super speedway type racing at most tracks. And luckily NASCAR made changes, and so iRacing followed suit. And this car has actually been a lot of fun to watch. And a couple of the races I've been able to get into have been a lot of fun. Was able to get in here last week and get the win in Texas. Very, very tough race, but was able to get that win. Excited for next season. I think Cup Series always a really popular series outside of playoff time, but it will always be a extremely popular season. Now, as summer hits, you know, we got baseball games, people actually race in real life, so Saturday nights are a big race night. So the summer could be a little bit tough. It definitely is a lot better on Saturday nights in the winter, but still a very popular car. Will be fun to get back racing. After this pit stop, Aaron Adcock about 4/10, half a second away from Garrett Kinder. Looking to position himself for a nice second place finish. He's going to have to get around Garrett quick if he does get to him and get gone, because Daniel Cunningham is rolling, man. He is the fastest car on the track. These guys have got to make it happen quick, especially for Aaron. Oh, and he's going to get loose. He's going to four-wheel slide into the corner, able to hang on to it, but man, that is, that was scary. As he almost loses it going into the corner and just slides all the way up the track. Tires not going to be happy about that. Brand new set of tires, and now they're pissed. Definitely seems like Garrett Kinder, his damage is hurting a little bit. Didn't stay on pit road to try to fix any damage, doesn't look like, but definitely seems to not have the speed on the early run he did last time. So, I think hitting that right side like he did was pretty tough. All kinds of suspension parts, a lot of things to bend. And that right front is the most important part of this car. Well, with about 30 laps to go, Daniel Cunningham has finally run down these two after staying out just a little bit longer. And now we've got a three-way battle here for second place, so things are getting exciting here at the end as Aaron going to try to fight as hard as he can. Looked like he was actually in the wall a little bit, but Daniel able to take over third place and set his sights on that 13 machine. Oh, 23 going to drive it in there again. Drives it deep into the corner. You see he was sliding Tokyo Drift, that son of a gun. And, hey, look, sometimes you got to send it, see how it goes. Definitely didn't stick, but, A for effort, for sure. Daniel getting to the back bumper of that 13. They do a little crisscross there as Garrett goes down to through the dog leg. These guys are battling for second place. Jonah Coleman driving away still. About 2/10, 3/10 a lap than anybody else on the track. Just unbelievable. Daniel's there. He is putting all kinds of pressure on the 13. Inside of him. Let's see if he can hang on to it, let it roll. Garrett's going to be able to hold that top side. Oh, he's going to get down right there. They're touch doors a little bit. Come off the corner. Garrett's still fighting hard for that second place. Gonna get around him. So 13 not going away quietly. He was on Independence Day, not going quietly into the night. Might as well. I mean, been out here just on a Sunday drive. Might as well, with 25 laps to go, have a little bit of fun. Race as hard as you can. While they're fighting side by side, Aaron Adcock rejoins the picture. See if he can take advantage of it. Garrett gets right down on that door off the corner like he did last time. Doesn't like he's going to have to as he's making that outside work. How long can he keep that up, though? That's what I want to know. We saw Mickey Isaac last night make the high side work, but, man, didn't take but 2 or 3 laps for it to really hurt those right sides. He actually said he was holding his breath, and so he had to get out of it and breathe a little bit. So it looks like Daniel going to finally clear the 13, going to slide up in front of him. 13 does not have an answer for that. Let's see if he can come back. He's going to look to the outside of Daniel. Daniel defending that inside line, knows how important it is to get there. Garrett Kinder stays right on his bumper. Pretty good race out of these two for sure. You know, if it wasn't for Jonah Colbert, this would be the battle for the championship and for the race win. But unfortunately, the 31 machine is in the race. And Garrett Kinder into the wall hard. He still, and he touches with Aaron Adcock, gets into the wall, and they wreck. And Garrett Kinder, Aaron Adcock spin, and caution comes out. As, oh my goodness, that was wild. As like not real sure. It looks like Garrett Kinder coming off the turn there gives it a little bit too much gas and just for some reason couldn't save it. I thought he had it saved about right here. See him. Oh. He's trying to make up that time there, and you see get that right rear a little bit too high, and then it just could not get the thing saved. And then he had it, and it came back down and hit the 23, and that brings out our third caution of the night. So another playoff driver with issues. Jonah coming down pit road will definitely come out with the lead. But I would imagine that's enough damage for the 13 to have to come in and fix some of it, I would imagine. That was a couple hard hits. He took hits on both the right side and the left side. So probably spend a little bit of time fixing the damage. I think there's only 4 or 5 cars on the lead lap. He's going to have to get as much damage as possible. Of course, he knows how his car is running. But, you know, Daniel Cunningham, I mean, this is your chance. You don't, you know, Garrett is going to have some damage. Not sure how much he's going to be able to fix. Oh, it looks like Daniel's actually fixing some damage too. Wow, that's surprising. I can't believe that. I don't know what kind of damage he has. I haven't seen him hit the wall. But he fixes about 15 seconds worth of damage. That car looks pretty clean, so interesting call there. As Garrett Kinder, he's like, nah, I'm gonna just ride this son of a gun until it falls apart. I was really expecting Daniel to come out right behind Jonah and take a shot here, but still got all 3 playoff drivers still in this thing. Up front. So, I mean, if you're Daniel Cunningham, you know, I can hear him saying, well, I don't have short run speed, so I'm out of it. But you got to dig down deep. This is the championship. You know, they're not giving out any trophies for second place or third place. So, if I'm Daniel, I'm going to get up on the wheel and I'm going to try to drive this car as hard as I've driven it all night. 20 laps, there's no point in saving tires. Give it all you got. Try to get this championship. And that's gonna be what it's gonna take. I mean, Garrett Kinder, he'll be on the inside, so Jonah will line up on the inside and Daniel behind him. So if the 13 is a little bit too much damage, or you know, maybe has some engine damage, he'll be able to get clear of him. But his favorite driver is Rowdy Bush, and man, I would take Kyle Busch on a restart any day of the week. So he's got to dig down deep, try to find that Kyle Busch in him. He's going to have anything for this 31 machine. And I'm excited to see what Garrett Kinder. I mean, it's on the same token, if I had to pick somebody who has a beat-up-ass race car and go out there and has a shot to win a race, I mean, Garrett Kinder is that guy. So we'll see if he's got anything with that. I mean, there's damage on all 4 corners of that 13 machine. The pace car is off. We'll drive down the straightaway, and we will have 18 laps to go to settle this Syndicate Cup Series. Who is going to be the champion? The top 3 are still championship drivers, still in it. Jonah takes off, gets a huge jump here as Daniel Cunningham trying to get to the inside of the 13 machine. And clears him, definitely Garrett Kinder with a little bit of damage. Just see how much he's able to hold here. Oh! Derek Burkhalter spins, takes out the Brandon Wallace. Aaron Adcock involved. Brandon Wallace goes around, and it looks like the 71 just sailed it into the corner and took out Brandon Wallace along with Aaron Adcock. So we are under caution again. So it is getting exciting here at the end. Heaven forbid we get these races in under 2 hours. I'll tell you what, I'm tired of this. I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna get somebody up in there. I'm talking to them. Let's bring Jonah up here and let's talk to him. Jonah, this Eddie in the booth. You got me?
Hey, what's going on?
Well, man, it's been you've been dominant this whole race. Been out front. Really, nobody to challenge you. And then some late race cautions, man. No, that's not what you want to see. You got your teammate though behind you, but he's also fighting for a championship. What you feeling like? How you feeling?
Oh, feeling pretty good. Just kind of relaxed, trying not to get too high, too low. Kind of the same as usual.
Well, I mean, what's been the trick tonight? That I mean, you got 15 laps. I don't know if anybody can implement anything, but you just had everybody's number 2 or 3 tenths, even on the long run. What do you think is the key tonight?
The key so far has been taking care of the tires. Tire wear has been really, really significant here. For some reason, it's just different for this car. But coming, we'll have probably 13 laps to go when we go green here. So I think tire wear goes out the window, and it's just going to come down to who can drive this track the best and the hardest without wrecking it. Because it's a little squirrely there in the one. I think as you've seen, a few people get probably loose. So just taking care of the car.
Yeah, man. Well, all right. I'll let you go. Good luck, man.
Right.
And go get that win.
All right, thank you.
All right, let's bring Daniel up here real quick. Let's see what his thoughts are. Daniel, is Eddie in the booth? You got me?
Hey, I got you, Eddie.
Well, you know, you on that last restart, you were third. You should be getting the one to go here. You're on the outside of the front row. Championship right in front of you. Looks like you're going to go around one more time for some reason. So that gives me plenty of time to talk to you. What do you got to do, man? I know you always say that, being on a short run is not really your style, but you think you can dig down deep, channel some Kyle Busch, and try to get this thing?
It's going to be difficult. Jonah's been in his own zip code. We've been in Phoenix, and he's been in Glendale all night. So, he's been fast, short run, long run. I feel like long run, I was a little bit better able to match his pace, but by then I'm so far behind. So, just have to see what happens here. It's hard to pass anyway, and Jonah doesn't make mistakes, but maybe he makes one, and I'm able to try to capitalize on it.
Well, I mean, the burning question, the one I'm going to ask that's just stupid, and I'm going to ask anyway, even though I know it's dumb. On the last lap, you're out there at your bumper. What you prepared to do to try to win this championship?
Anything it takes. Time to get rowdy.
Come on. All right, good luck.
10-4.
Oh, damn, I moved myself. Let me get him back to his channel and get me back to my channel. All right, well, you heard it. Anything it takes to win the championship. Teammates work together all season long, but down here with 14 laps to go, 13 when we go back green, you got to let it go, man. You got to let the teammate thing go, and you got to fight it out. I would know, if I know these guys well enough, they're not going to try to wreck each other. And I definitely do know them, but I wouldn't be surprised if it get a little rowdy. So you see him kind of hanging back a little bit. I want to get up there and try to get even with him. That way I can go when he goes. I definitely don't want the 13 to get through. The 13 is trying to get right on his bumper, so when he goes, the 13 is able to get that position, and Jonah just takes off. Perfect strategy. What a perfect restart. And that's going to leave Daniel and Garrett battling it out for second place. Well, it looks like Garrett is down on power, so he is not going to be able to hold off that second place. But now it's up to Daniel. Daniel, the last guy. Of course, we may not be done with cautions here, but does he have enough to try to run down this 31 machine? You heard you heard Jonah say, I mean, saving tires doesn't matter anymore. It's just who can run the fastest. I think Daniel definitely has the speed. We saw the qualifying times be very, very similar between those two. They started first and second where they are now. Can Daniel dig down and find a little bit extra? We'll go on board. We'll give you the lap time history so you can see for yourself what Daniel's able to do. Saw that last lap. Going just a tad bit faster. See as they cross the line, what has Daniel been able to improve on? Just a little bit. They dead even over the last 2 laps, kind of break even. So, oh, and Daniel's going to go. Oh, he almost spins out. Has to 2-foot smash it. And able to save it so caution doesn't come out. And he is going to lose a couple spots there. You see he was going for it. Love to see that. I cannot hate on it at all as he gave it all he's got to try to make it. Cold tires got the best of him. Gets a little bit loose. And that was that mistake he was talking about Jonah. He was hoping maybe Jonah makes a mistake and he could capitalize. And but I love to see that. I love to see guys go all in, especially here at the end for a championship. But that's going to be tough to overcome. But we're going to continue watching this battle here between Garrett Kinder, Aaron Adcock, Brandon Wallace. Kinder definitely nursing a damaged race car. So is the 23 and the 99 for that matter. So, you know, it's not one of those deals where they can be like, well, Kinder, you got damage. Can you let us by? No, they all got damage. So they can race it out. Oh, Greg Froenick going into the wall. And able to keep that thing straight, so we stay green. Go back up to this battle for 3rd place. That's where the race is right now. Great battle here as Brandon Wallace looking to the inside of Aaron Adcock. Not quite there, but he's going to stick his nose in there and actually gets on the brakes. And Aaron sails up the track trying to guard that position. And Brandon Wallace is going to get the run off the corner. He's going to dive down to the bottom and should have that 4th place. So Brandon Wallace coming alive here at the end. He is trying to get into 3rd place, get that podium. And I say always, you know, if you're going to do anything, get an interview. We always interview the top 3. If you can't win the race, get an interview. That's always good. So he is definitely trying that right now. All of these drivers are. Garrett Kinder obviously nursing a damaged car. They're like sharks in the water smelling blood. Oh, Aaron's sliding the car, drifting into the corner. That's going to open the door. Oh, he is the last car on the lead lap, so he is no danger of losing a spot. Right now the battle is between Garrett Kinder and Brandon Wallace with 6 laps to go. You see on the track now 31-54, those are 1st and 2nd. They are equally spread out, but this battle right here is going to continue to keep us entertained as we get down to the last little bit of this race. Brandon Wallace still all over the back of the 13. You know, just waiting to make his move. He needs to be careful to get that 23 car wound back up. Aaron Adcock may have something to say about this battle if he don't make his move pretty quickly. As he jumps up to the outside, going to try to get a run here. Garrett Kinder going to shoot down to the bottom. That should give him position. Oh my goodness, but no. Brandon Wallace is able to get almost to his rear quarter. Right to his bumper. We got a dogfight here. Is Kinder going to get wide off the corner? That's going to open the door. Brandon Wallace has got to run. He's going to have position going into 1 and 2. You definitely want that inside line. He's been getting through there really, really good. Let's see if he can get off the corner. He does. He takes that spot. So Brandon Wallace up to 3rd. He is our biggest mover of the race. He will definitely, if he can hang on to this 3rd place, be the Ray Cobb hard charger award winner as 99 Brandon Wallace takes over third. You know, talking about the 13, Garrett Kinder, you know, he may end up fourth or fifth, but it doesn't matter. I mean, he gave all he had there on that last couple of restarts to go, and gave it all he had to get caught up to Jonah. But white flag is out for Jonah. And, man, what a great season for the 31 machine. He caps it off with an incredible win, a dominant performance just like this season, and takes the checkered flag with the win and the championship. And your Send It Cup Series Season 3 or 4 champion, Jonah Colbert. Congratulations, Jonah, man. What a fantastic race. And, man, just an amazing season. Definitely deserving champion. I'm not sure there's anybody on the track that deserves it more than him. Just been lights out all season long. So he's going to get to celebrate, burn him down. And there he goes, celebrating as he is the Cup Series champion. Daniel Cunningham finishes second. Brandon Wallace third. Garrett Kinder fourth, and Aaron Adcock fifth. Well, let's talk to him. Let's see what we talked to a couple of them. We didn't talk to Brandon Wallace. Let's bring him in here and see what he's got to say. Hey, Brandon, it's Eddie. You got me?
I got you, Eddie.
Well, I mean, a pretty quiet race for you. You kind of got caught up in an incident or two. You wrecked Chuck again, which is going to make you even less popular. But,
yeah, thanks.
But a great second half of the race, man, and was able to get a third place finisher and the Ray Cobb Hard Charger Award winner, man. Talk about your race, man. How'd it go? And how fun was it battling with Kinder there at the end when y'all were battling it out for third?
Oh, that was the best part of the race. The first part wasn't very good. I didn't get but about 10 minutes of practice, so I was a little green on the track and still never was fast. Jonah was light years ahead. Congrats to him and Duty Shoot and Kinder. Man, those guys, they all ran a fantastic season.
Well, yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I mean, you definitely, you definitely had an up and down race tonight, but man, it's just awesome to pull out a third place finish, especially in the last race of the season. Break up these playoff drivers and be a driver that finishes in between them. But a really good season for you, and congratulations on that third place. Who you got to thank? Sponsor shout outs.
Man, I want to thank my teammates at Reaper and Kinder, the leader of all of us idiots, and all the intruders that come in sometimes. That includes yourself and all the other guys, and of course Griff and the original Rebels Racing League and the Rebels Racing Network, and you for putting this on. Especially, you are such an awesome broadcaster, and I hate to tell you that, but it's true.
Well, hey, I hate to hear it too. So coming out of your mouth, it feels like an insult.
Yeah.
No, I definitely appreciate it. Don't take compliments very well, but I definitely appreciate it. Definitely appreciate the show you put on last night in the ARCA series, man. It definitely delivered. So appreciate all the work that you do. Congratulations on third place, and it's been a really good season. So getting ready to get these seasons back up and rolling. And
oh yeah.
Get back racing. I'm already missing racing. We just ended the Cup Series, so I'm
I know,
already missing it.
I'm not sure how we're gonna make it.
All right, man.
All right, thank you, buddy.
Third place, Brandon Wallace. Let's bring in second place, Daniel Cunningham. Well, you said that you were going to give it all you got, and you definitely did that. I love to see it. You got a little bit loose there and lost some time, but overall, man, second place. Two wins on the season. A great season for you, finishing second in the points. How was your race tonight, and kind of how was your season? How you feel about it?
Overall, I mean, of course, you always want to win and go out there, but I mean, it can't be disappointed with second place in the championship and on the season. Got my first Cup win earlier this season, and got two of them on the year, so definitely improvement over last season. Just felt like I was more competitive overall. Shameless plug for this league for anybody watching the broadcast. If you want to race the next gen car, this thing is a blast. constantly made it better throughout the season. It's definitely a handful to drive, but just fun season. Enjoy racing with Jonah and Kinder. It was fun that we all got to race it out there at the end, and I definitely tried to send it, sent it a little too hard, and after I got loose in 1 and 2 at the end, it was pretty much done from there. My rear tires were pretty pissed off at me after that.
Yeah, well, I love to see it. I love to see the effort of just giving it all you got to try to get a championship, because it means a lot when you race against the type of drivers that we race around in this league. To be a champion, it's a big deal. So it's awesome to see you really give it all that you got. But second place, man, is just not nothing to hold your head about. You were strong, fast, consistent all season long. So well deserved second place finish for you. But as always, man, who you got to thank? Any sponsor shout outs?
Yeah, appreciate you putting on the broadcasts all season. I've gone back and watched most of them, and you always do a phenomenal job. I feel like they got better throughout the year too. So good job on that, man. Thanks to all the admins that put everything together. Rowdy Energy keeps me going on Saturday nights, and yeah, just a fun season overall, and can't wait to get back in it and get going next season.
Well, all right. Well, there you have it, Daniel Cunningham, your second place finisher. Let's bring Jonah in here, your champion. Cup Series champion, Jonah Colbert. This is Eddie. You got me?
Hey, what's going on?
Man, I'm tired of talking like a dang broadcaster, dude. That was awesome.
I know, it was so much fun, dude.
Yeah, dude, that was man, a freaking awesome season too, man. You really dominated. You showed that you had a lot of, you just had the ability to adapt to these cars throughout all the changes, and you came out the other side of the changes as being the car to beat every week, man. It's just so much fun to watch you go out there and dominate. I mean, in the last year and a half, 2 years, man, I've just seen you. Go from I remember you whining about late model races where you were getting wrecked and stuff, and you just were so frustrated with the series and with the game, the simulation. Excuse me, I almost messed up. And but here you are, man. You're just a dominant race. You're an alien, and now you're a Cup Series champion, man. So it's awesome. It's fucking awesome to see it. I said the F word there, but I'm pretty happy for you, man. I think you.
Well, they can send
Thank you.
fine to my inbox.
Yeah, I think you well deserved of this one.
Yeah, it feels awesome. Finally got the Cup championship. I got the ARCA and Xfinity for Friday. I got the Cup now. Now I got to go get me one for the Sunday nights. Hopefully, maybe I'll do that next season. So, yeah, it's a good season, man. It's a lot of fun. Total blast in this car. Can't wait for next season already.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what the car, how it's going to evolve, as NASCAR makes changes and stuff. But I definitely, I don't know if it's my favorite car yet, and you could tell me what you think. But it definitely is up there. It's got its own challenge. That it's different. A lot of the oval cars kind of have the same feel to them, but this just has with the independent suspension. I feel like at least the car just has a very specific feel that's sort of a challenge that you don't get out of the other cars.
Yeah, definitely. You hit the nail on the head. That independent rear suspension definitely affects how it handles, especially when you get, going into a turn too hot or something like that. And, you expect the car to handle a specific way. Usually you get into a turn hot and it's going to push up the track. Well, this car, it just wants to unload everything and spin around. So it's been a challenge. And like you said, they've been changing it throughout the whole season. I don't, it's something the viewers probably don't know, but I mean, every 3 or 4 weeks, it seems like they've got another update for this car, and it changes the handling entirely. I mean, we went from uh, being wide open for the first 3 weeks without ever lifting off the throttle to we were wrecking loose. We couldn't even get the car set in the corner without the thing spinning out. And then tonight we had a dump truck, basically, is what it felt like. It was a good dump truck. It was one of the best feeling dump trucks I've ever driven, I'll tell you that. But it was so, I mean, it was still challenging, and you could still spin it out, but it was tight tonight. But it was I'll take this over the Xfinity car any day. So
yeah, absolutely. It definitely seems like it's a lot of fun. Well, now you have when you finally put out the long-awaited Cup car guide, you can now stamp it as written by a Cup Series champion in the original Rebels League. So, man, congratulations! It's a lot of fun to watch you this season. That's 7 wins on the season, just a dominant season. And as always, man, you got any sponsor shout outs? Anybody you want to thank?
let's give a shout out to Original Rebels Racing League and then the Rebels Racing Network. William Griffith for putting the series together. Shout out to you. A lot of work goes into these broadcasts and these really long races, man. I know it's probably painful to sit through some of them, especially whenever there's only 10 cars on the track. So, uh, big shout out to you. Lots of thanks. We can't say it enough. And then, uh, I just want to thank everybody that comes out and races these things. Garrett Kinder, my teammates, Steve Loving and Daniel Cunningham, Brandon Wallace. He's not my teammate, but he's, hangs out with us sometimes. All those guys have been, great to have around. They're fun to drive against. And Kinder made a hell of a run late in the season, man. I even told him, I know he struggled through the first half, couldn't seem to get his first cup win. And then all of a sudden, the last race of the regular season, he wins at Charlotte and he just starts ripping them off left and right. So I was worried coming into this race. I thought he might actually have me because he'd been surging and I'd been kind of on the decline. But man, he did everything he could and just put a great end of the season together. Shout out to Daniel for the same thing. He got himself a win and was competitive all season. Same for Steve. So just can't say enough about the guys that we race around week in, week out. It's a fun group of guys. Probably the most fun I had in iRacing since I picked it up 2 or 3 years ago. So that's about it.
All right, man. Well, congratulations, man. Looking forward to next season and seeing what you got to defend this thing.
All right, man. Thanks.
All right, let's bring Garrett Kinder up in the booth. Garrett Zeddy, you got me?
I got you, Eddie.
Well, I know you're probably disappointed, and you had damage on all four corners of the car, but I wanted to tell you on broadcast that, man, I saw you give 100% there to try to run Jonah down, and you may have made the guys at the shop mad, but you definitely your fans and everybody that watched you, man, they had a lot to cheer for as you were hanging it all out there at the end to try to run these guys down and get that championship. But I just wanted to say a hell of a season for you, man. I mean, the second half you've been lights out. You definitely took to this car, and tonight was really no different. So if you want to talk about your race and the season a little bit, and talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, season went the way the season went. Kind of figured out what I was doing the last half of the season, going into the playoffs. Had a lot of momentum. Uh, Phoenix has never been one of my strong suits. I think I've preached that to everybody as much as I possibly could. Absolutely despise this track, and well, for good reason. I'm pretty garbage at it. Yeah, Dan was on all four corners, but still had a motor underneath me, so I was going to wheel it and see if anything would play out. Just had a good time out there, man. Hats off to Jonah. He was class of the field tonight. Me and him duked it out along with, Daniel. We just, all three of us duked it out, seemed like all season. So, big shout out to him winning the championship. Well deserved. And man, I just look forward to next season getting you in these cars and we're going to duke it out as well.
Hell yeah. Well, all right, man. Well, I don't want to keep you too long, but I definitely want to give you the spot to give shout out your sponsors and your friends and family.
Yeah, everybody that supported me all season, Kinder Farm and Ranch, Ratchet Speed Shop, Big Freaking Cross 5 Cattle Coolers, everybody over at Wolfpack Racing, all my teammates, Reaper Racing, all the guys at JC Motorsports. I ran with them majority of the season anyway. So big shout out to all of them, along with my new team over at Velocity and with Shock Eye and SPM. Just, man, it was a good season. I'm a little disappointed tonight, but it's nothing to hang my head about. I ended up getting my first win in the Cup cars this season, and
We got four
tacked
of
on
them.
yeah,
I mean,
tacked on a
just
few extra to go
you
with it. So
waxed them a couple weeks. So yeah, I mean, definitely a lot of momentum going into the next season. So I'm excited to see how that plays out, man.
well, I appreciate you, Eddie, and thank you for broadcasting this whole season. I know these are some long damn races, and it ain't easy to do. So I appreciate you.
All right, man. Well, we'll see you later.
See.
Well, y'all, fantastic season. Great way to cap this season off with a dominant performance with what I think probably the best driver in the field all season. Definitely deserving. All four of the drivers that were in the final four definitely deserving too. So it could have gone any way, but tonight it was Jonas. So congratulations. Want to thank everybody who supported Syndicate Cup Series, all the drivers who raced, all the people who would watch. I want to thank y'all, and thank y'all for watching on Rebel Racing Network. It's just a blast, so we have a lot of fun doing it. When these races are long, but a lot of times they put on a show. So this season has been a wild one. So uh, definitely definitely appreciate all the hard work that Griff put into this series. Looking forward to see what happens next season. and how this series is going to keep moving forward. But anyway, thank y'all for watching. Intensity will be broadcasting the Outlaw Championship and the Rebel Championship tomorrow night. So we'll be crowning a champion in 2 other series, and then Rebel Racing Network will be back Monday night to race Bristol. So gonna be a lot of fun. All the other series are gonna be off for a few weeks after that before they get back going. And so if you want to race 87 series, I think the dirt is going to start back up doing some stuff, along with some of the sister series that are still racing, like Thunderstruck and Apex. So a lot of racing going on. If you're watching and you want to watch, if you don't normally do anything on Thursday night, come on by, check out the Apex E Series over there with Aaron Adcock and those guys. Going to be broadcasting a little retro throwback night over there, so it should be a lot of fun. Come on out, check that out, have fun with us. Crack a beer or a water, crack a water if you want, and come hang out with us, and we're gonna have a lot of fun. So y'all have a good night. We will see y'all Monday night.